February 16th, 2007, the day Ghost Rider came out starring Nicolas Cage in a superhero film. The movie went through development hell. Most people don't know that the movie was in the works in the 90s. The movie opened up to roughly $228.7 million worldwide, with a production budget of $110 million. It was a financial success. Critically, though, it was not. Critics tore the movie apart for its cliche writing, guessable script, and pacing problems. On Rotten Tomatoes, it stands at 28% with critics and 48% with the audience. Now, I'm not here to share my thoughts on the movie because I think that could be a whole other video. But what I'm here to discuss is what came out 3 days earlier. February 13th, 2007 is when Ghost Rider for the PS2, PSP, and the Game Boy Advance came out. Now for this video, I'm going to be going over the PS2 game, because the Game Boy Advance is pretty much a different game with the same plot lines, and that could be a whole other video too. Now I played the PSP version and I'm using that as the gameplay, but the PSP and PS2 version are pretty much the same with some differences in graphics and level design. Now let's get on to the retrospective. Starting with the making of Ghost Rider PS2, directed by Mark Simmons and lead artist Neil Williams, they wanted to make a really good game, taking inspirations from God of War and Devil May Cry. Actual comic book writers Garth Ennis and Jimmy Palmiotti stepped in to write the story of the game. The game took 1 to 2 years to make. Ghost Rider went through many changes and took a lot of tries to get right. An Xbox port was planned but was cancelled early on. The game designers really did try to stay accurate to the comic designs, unlike the two movies. The plot is actually surprisingly a direct sequel to the first movie. Mephisto wants Vengeance to pursue Johnny after what Johnny told him from the first movie. Vengeance and Johnny have a hustle, and then Johnny gets sent to hell in the opening of the game. Ghost Rider slays through hell on the mission to stop the apocalypse from happening. Mephisto uses Roxanne to threaten Ghost Rider. He then finds Mephisto. Mephisto tells Rider that he will leave on his own terms. Ghost Rider says, "And what if I tell you?" Mephisto tells Ghost Rider that Roxanne is going to die and orders Vengeance to find her. Vengeance gets on his motorcycle and drives off with Ghost Rider following. Ghost Rider chases him down and defeats him, and he races towards the surface to find Roxanne at once. Mephisto tells him to hunt down the remaining demons, and Ghost Rider races to do so. He faces off against the many threats in San Viganza. Ghost Rider arrives at a train station and finds Lilith. She tells him that they already have Blackheart's body, and they will bring him back and rule over the Earth as king and queen. Ghost Rider says, "Not a chance." They face off on the train, and Ghost Rider takes her down, but an explosion happens. Her minions also stole Blackheart's corpse away as Johnny was passed out. Carter Slade drives in with Blade. He tells Johnny that Blade will help him along the journey and help with Blackheart's body. Carter tells Johnny that Blackout is hooked up with the demon ninjas and hit an army base. Blade and Rider drive off. Rider slaughters through the taken over base and through the sewers. Ghost Rider ends up finding Blackout by the water. He drives after Blackout in the water and ends up taking him down with his fiery chain. After Ghost Rider heads for the city to make sure Roxanne will be safe, Ghost Rider charges through a bar and interrogates a demon. The demon tells him that his brothers have her at the church. Ghost Rider uses his pen as stare. Ghost Rider finds the church, hearing Roxanne screaming, and sees the Scarecrow. Ghost Rider tells him, "You will end this now." He takes down Scarecrow, saving Roxanne, but Scarecrow tells Rider it's too late and that he's already here. Scarecrow tells him that he's at the carnival where his father died. Rider throws him out the window. Ghost Rider heads for the carnival, taking down each demonic clown he sees, racing through the streets. He finds Mephisto, and Mephisto tells him that he's just in time for the apocalypse. Ghost Rider is outraged and says, "The apocalypse?
I thought we were trying to stop the apocalypse.
Mephisto tells him that his kingdom isn't enough. He needs hell on Earth. Mephisto tells him that he tricked the angels and him, and the hellfire from his cycle was inscribing a glyph in the earth. Ghost Rider tells him that he will defeat him, but then Blackheart turns to physical form and starts transforming to his comic book design, betraying Mephisto. Ghost Rider says,
This ends now.
Ghost Rider and Mephisto face off against each other in an epic fight, and Ghost Rider finishes him off, leaving him on the ground. Mephisto tells him to stand down. Ghost Rider tells him to stay out of his domain. Mephisto says until next time. Johnny finds Roxanne and they have a heart-to-heart moment, telling her Mephisto will be back. She says, let's just enjoy today while it lasts. Wow, is a PS2 game better than a sequel to a movie? All jokes aside, this is the real sequel to Ghost Rider, not that shitty soft reboot we got. The gameplay is the real meat of the game. I'm going to be honest, all the levels in these games, I never got tired once. The game is really surprisingly fun with all the combos you can do, the finishers being amazing, the level design being fun and interesting. The only main flaw I see is that I wish there were more finishers to do. The hardware they were working with really could have handled it. That's where some of the nitpicking comes in. There are 3 main level versions in the game, hack and slash, hell cycle, boss fights. Now I always found myself more enjoying the motorcycle levels because it seemed more open. In the hack and slash levels, it was only just like one place. You would never go to something else, and especially in the PSP version, this might be because the original PS2 game couldn't fit, but in the PSP port, in the hack and slash levels, you had to go to a specific blue light to trigger the next part of the hack and slashing, which gets really repetitive sometimes. It's not bad, it just gets somewhat irritating. But there's a good blend between bike levels and hack and slashing. If I had to choose which one is my favorite, it's gotta be the boss fights. They are the most fun retro boss fights I have ever played. The art style is also amazing. This game's graphics still age well even with the new games coming out. Now there's another complaint. These stupid fucking cages around the enemies to make the difficulty harder for no damn fucking reason. Maybe it's just a damn skill issue, but I spend like 20 minutes fighting one of these guys just to level up my progress bar, which is another complaint. With one hit, it takes away all the progress. This is like me playing a classic Sonic game and then running into something for no fucking reason because the developers put that in to mess with you. That is just evil. Now, I really want to get into the boss fights because they are the most amazing parts of this game. The first one with Vengeance is having you chase after him with your motorcycle. If you get close, you can hit him on the side with your chain like any other enemy. With Lilith, you have to dodge electricity and fight her when she comes down. With Blackout, you have to chase him through water, shooting at him and dodging his attacks. With Scarecrow, you have to fight him and his bats, and when he comes up to the sky, you have to attack pillars to knock him down and slash at him, or you can use the special attack shotgun. Finally, with the final boss with Blackheart, you have to dodge his slams in hands and falling projectiles. When he slams his hand down, you have to hit his hands, and then Ghost Rider will wrap his chain around his neck and gives you a perfect advantage to start slashing his head. These boss fights are challenging, but not too hard for average players. The perfect thing is you can choose the difficulty, of course. Landing the final blow on Blackheart is just so cool. The ending is so satisfying, leaving you with an extras menu for skins. You can play as Blade and Classic Ghost Rider and even 2099 Rider, which is cool. The PS port even has this funny, goofy Mario Kart ripoff because of course there is. I didn't even mention the soundtrack. The soundtrack is top fucking tier. Listen to this shit. That is just amazing. It gives me such Doom vibes because of the metal. Like, Timo Baker, you are an amazing composer. Like, I'd like to see what you do with games moving on. And I probably will tune in for your soundtracks for other games too, honestly, because your soundtracks are amazing. Now, it sure is a flawed game, but the highs really do outweigh the lows. It sure is a game that I will come back to. I even did this for the retrospective. I started a full new game. Now, I really do recommend this game. It's a really, really fun game that I really love. It somehow feels nostalgic even though I wasn't even born when this game came out. I really do hope for a remaster one day, or even just another Ghost Rider game. This is a certified childhood classic. Now, this video took a while, mainly because, as you can tell, I'm pretty sick at the moment. That's why I'm sorry if I was so out of breath when I was recording this, but I really do want to thank you guys for the support on the newest videos and like about the superhero universe, which I am still doing, by the way. So I want to thank you for that. Oh yeah, right. Thank you for 10,000 subscribers. Until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Love y'all.